Hello everybody and welcome to another general vlog video. Yeah, I know the top of my head is cut off here, but the main focus is today we're going to start working on this guitar. And this is, as you can see, a Jackson. It's reverse headstock. It's got some Eddie Van Halen stripes on it. So it's really basically here for new strings and a cleanup. But then we're going to do some more stripes. I've got those, and I've got this black, this thinner black, and then I've got some thinner red, but a little bit wider than the thinner black. Ended up getting the wrong sizes, and some new strings. So we're going with a like an Eddie Van Halen tribute on this. So I've also got my, I don't know where I've laid it. Oh, right there. I've also got my 80 or 71 quarter, just like so on his. I'll go down here to block my tremolo. But the first thing that I always do is I want to check my action height, which on this one the action height is probably 0.25 thousandths. So if we go over here to millimeter, we're probably looking at 1.15 millimeter, because it's definitely 125 is too tall and 1 is too short. So that's just a guesstimate. Let's see, I think that's, and like I said, basically what this video is going to be is a format of how to learn how to film all of this, like the body being right there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take that metal thing, and I'm going to prop my Floyd Rose system up, and then we have to unlock everything. I'm not going to bore you with all that. So let me get these strings off of here, because that's the main thing it's in for, is a lighter gauge of strings. So I'll bring you right back. Alright, so there it is, pretty well stripped. I didn't take the pickups out because I'm not going to unsolder anything. But got all the back stripped out, got the Floyd Rose off, got the locking nut off. I tightened all these up. Every single one of these nuts up here was loose, which just basically just makes your guitar vibrate unnecessarily. So now it just needs a good cleaning up. And I know everybody's going to tell you what they use to clean up, but I have been working on guitars and, well, not really working on, but keeping my own guitars clean and working properly and everything. And all I've ever used is Windex. So that's where we're going to start. And I'll show you here. I mean, you can just, well, if I can turn it on, I'm just going to spray it on the neck here. And then I'm going to lightly take a paper towel and just start cleaning it. And yes, I'm going to do more than that to this, but I'm just doing this to prove a point. I mean, look, can you see how dirty that is? So that's where I'm going to start. And then I'm going to check all the frets, and I'll just take my fret rocker here. If I can get it out of there, one-handed, two-handed. I'll just take my fret rocker here, and I will check, like, see right there, I can feel a high fret. I don't know which one it is, but I would say it's this one right here. Anyways, we're going to work on all that, but first I'm just going to clean it. Then we'll take things like, oh, let me see what kit it come in. I would have swore it was in this kit. Is it? Yeah, here they are. Alright, then we'll take something like these. If I can get them out of there. Like right here. And I'll lay these over the frets like that, and I'll clean the frets up. And then as I get down here where this won't fit anymore, which will be about right in there, then I can use the skinnier one and just finish right on down and clean each one of the frets. And I'll try to show you the difference on those when I get it done. So let me get this all cleaned up and I'll bring you right back. Oh, and another thing, just real quick, it's nice to always have a soft bristle brush or a toothbrush, and when you do that, go up along each one of the frets and get all that finger gunk out of there. See? Get all of that out of there. So let me get all that done. I'll bring you guys right back. You know, I was going to bring you back that once I polish these frets up, and all I'm using is steel wool, 4/0 steel wool, and I can see it in person. See how this in here doesn't quite shine, but yet this in here does in certain lights? That's what you want to do. And basically, all you do is you put this over the fret wire. Let's see if I can get you guys down there where you can see that a little bit better. Let me get my, there we go. So you just put this, it comes in the kit, right down over the fret, and you just kind of basically go back and forth until the fret is polished and it looks really good. And I can see a big difference between this one and this one look bad, this one and this one look good. I don't think that's going to show up on camera, but that's what we do. So I'm going to get busy and do all the frets, and then we'll go through. You know, we want to check the levelness of the fretboard, the relief. So if I use my straight edge and I hold it there, and the pickups aren't in my way, and I think that they're going to be. Nope, they're not. I'll check the relief and let you know how much that is once I get all this done. So I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so I brought you back. I got my board all cleaned up. It's drying right now because I just wetted it down again. So here comes the big debate. And I know, like I said, I am not a professional. I'm not claiming to be a professional. But I've been keeping up my own guitars for many, many, many years. And I don't have, not all my guitars are cheaper like this one. Not that this one was cheap. But I have a 52 Telecaster hanging up there. I have a Merle Haggard Signature Telecaster hanging up there. And I treat them all the same. Everybody says, well, you can use boiled linseed oil. And then some people will swear at me darn, don't use boiled linseed oil. It's bad. It's not bad if you wipe it off. It does get oily. But here comes the big debate of what does Rick use? This is what I use. Yeah. I go right here and I spray in some WD-40 and then I go and I rub it in. I don't care who tells me that that's wrong or that it's bad. I've been using it all my life and never had an ounce of trouble with it. It keeps your board moisturized. And that's all that you're after, you know, to keep that board from drying out and cracking. So I do WD-40. That's what I use on it, and that's what works for me. It'll work for you too if you just try it. I'm trying not to spray a lot of it down in this area because we're going to also be doing some more stripes on this guitar. And I want the stripes to be able to stick. And if it's got WD-40 all over it, it won't stick. But, you know, once you've rubbed it all in, go back over it, make sure it's down in there really good. This is not that time consuming. Make sure you get every little fret. Make sure you grab the sides real quick because that's all wood too. And the ends if you can get to them. Get it all rubbed down in there pretty good. Now I let it set for a few minutes, but you can also just start rubbing it right back off. And I don't care what anybody tells you, that will be good enough. That's all that you need to do. You don't need all them expensive oils and dyes and cleaners and all that good stuff when you can just use that. And like I said, I know there's going to be a lot of people bitching at me about that. But you know what? I don't care. I know that I've been using it probably over 40 years. I've never had an ounce of trouble out of it. I've got a Taylor over there. I've got a Martin. I've got Washburn. I've got Epiphone. No, I don't think I've got any Epiphones right now, but I've always had Epiphones. I've got Jacksons. I've got Fenders. I've got Gibsons. I've used it on any guitar that I've ever owned, and I've never had a minute of trouble out of it. You just got to make sure that you wipe it all back off. You're not trying to make your fingerboard oily. You're just trying to let that oil soak in to that fingerboard just a little bit. Now look at that. Look at what that's getting off there. See all that black? I don't know if you guys can see that very well or not, but yeah, that's getting all of that off there. So I've got all my frets polished up. And then here in a minute, I'll tell you the relief of the neck. So I'll bring you back when I go to do that. Alright, so another thing that I want to show you guys, which a lot of people are going to freak out about, is this is an unpainted body. It does have some type of a finish on it, but I take the Scotch-Brite and I just kind of scrub it as much as I want. Now this is not something I would tell you to go out and do to your collector grade, 52 Fender Telecaster or, an early Les Paul or something like that. No, I wouldn't recommend you doing this. But it's because it's collector's grade, where this is just a player's grade. See all the nastiness I'm getting off of that? And what this is going to do is make your hand slide up and down the neck easier. And I'll pretty much do this until I don't get anything off of it when I do that. And as you can see, I'm not changing anything. You can still see it's kind of shiny. But what I'm doing is getting that build-off finish off of the neck. And then when I'm done, I'll wipe it all down. I'll feel of it with a dry hand. Oh, that's a whole lot better. And then I might even add a little bit of water to it. Then do it again. And I'm pushing pretty hard. Now I've got the neck flat on my workbench, and then I can pull it up, but it's still flat in my hand. I gotta watch it because I've got a pickup down here. But yeah, I'll keep doing this and just get it, as much of that finish off of there as I can, and it's still going to look the same. Getting the sides just as well as I do the back and everything. Still getting a lot of it off. I'll wipe it all down. Let it dry for a second, then I'll feel it. And we'll see how much better it feels. Now, like I said, I'm going to get yelled at for doing that, but this is not a collector's grade item. So, it's a player's grade. Oh, wow. That feels so much better. I'm going to continue doing that a couple more times. I think I'm going to get a new piece of steel wool. Alright, so what we've got is the whole guitar wiped down with Windex, then wiped down with alcohol, and I think I'm ready to now come in here and add my red stripes. the bigger red stripes. So I'm ready to do that. So let's get that done. And of course, my batteries died, so all right, so I missed quite a bit. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like now. So it's just kind of reminiscent of his guitar, not an exact copy. I got to put knobs on. I'm getting ready to put strings on soon. I just want to go through and make sure I got everything. The back bow on this, the relief bow or whatever you want to call it, was right around 5mm, which I think like Fender goes clear up to maybe 12 or 10. Maybe Martin does the same thing. I don't know. I'm just going by what I've seen on the internet. But excuse me. So I've got it all propped up back here, getting ready to do what I need to do to get this thing on and done right. It's going to be kind of hard with a reverse headstock, but I'll get it. But I just wanted to bring you guys back and show you that I've gotten this far. Still got a lot more I'm going to do to it, but first I want to get the strings on it and get that taken care of. Then we're going to add, I don't see it, oh, here it is. Then we're going to drill and add the 71/4 right there like his is. And then we're going to add some gaff tape up here to put picks on like his is. And maybe some reflectors on the back. Stay tuned for that. So I'll bring you guys right back. All right, well, let's try this for the third time. My battery keeps dying because it's taken me so long. What I thought was going to take me, I'm looking up at the time right now, what I thought was going to take me about hours, taking me 6 hours. So anyways, here it is. It's all set up, nice and low action. And let's see. I don't remember if you guys remember what the action was before, but it is now at, gosh, I don't even know if this in here even read that low. Yeah, this in here doesn't even read that low. Wow. I really got it down there. Anyways, I adjusted the trim bar where it comes up so I can dive bomb a little bit better. Put the gaff tape on like Van Halen's got on his, hold some picks. I even did the 71/4. You see the screws, but no, it's not really screwed. I cut the heads off the screw and super glued them on there and then double face tape it on there because I don't want to damage the guitar in any way. So that's basically the looks of the front. And then the looks of the back is, yes, I did put some reflectors on there. I don't know if I can get them to reflect at you or not. A little bit. But Eddie put those on there off a Schwinn bicycle. Mine are not off a Schwinn bicycle, but he put them on there that way he could flash the crowd with all the bright lights at the end. So you see my striping continues on the back. And then just cleaned up the headstock. This is a reverse headstock. So that's it. I think I got her just about as perfect as I wanted to. And the only thing I think is my trim bar might be a little high for my liking, but I can always adjust that. Got all the knobs on and tightened down. This guitar is completely cleaned. Every nut and bolt. Like there's 1, 2, 3 on each one. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 screws just on these keys. If one of those is loose, you're going to hear it. It's going to rattle. There's 3 screws on the trim system. Or not trim system, I'm sorry. The truss rod cover. There's 2 screws underneath all of this. There's 3 screws here. There's 6 screws in each pickup. There's screws here. Well, 6 of them here, 6 of them here, 6 of them here. 2 of them here, which I don't remember right off if I checked to make sure that those were tight. So I'm going to do that real quick. Those were just a little loose. And then you've got, you know, well, the screws on your knobs. screws on the back to hold the, and on the front to hold the strap. You got 6 screws here. What, 4 screws here. There's screws inside of this because that's your trim system. There's 4 neck screws. There's screws all over this place. And if one of those screws is loose, you'll hear it vibrating. So if you hear a lot of vibrating in your guitar, check all your screws and your nuts and your bolts. Make sure you tighten up your jack. The 2 screws on your jack plus the jack nut right there. Jack nut. Well, that don't sound too good, does it? But anyways, so there it is, all set up. It's ready to go. And I don't think I want to add anything more to it. Maybe a kill switch down the line. I'm not sure on that one, but we'll see. I still have my Happy Holidays shirt on. And that's Ralphie in the pink bunny costume. So anyways, that's it. So you guys know what to do if you like the videos and all that good stuff. I hope you guys have a great day. Well, let's get you up here where I can actually see you. Ah, hello. Hope you guys have a great day and even better tomorrow and an awesome night. And please, please, please be safe. And remember, I might have the guitar looking the way that I want it to now, but I'm still my own cameraman, which means I get to get up close and personal and gently poke you guys in the ear, turn this video off. We'll see you guys on the next video or next live stream. Please be safe.